And we are back. 2023 NXL World Cup, the biggest event of the year and in the world. I'm Matty Marshall, blessed to have Joey Blute, one of the best in the business, as Tampa Bay Damage has been elite of elite. 2 wins in a row coming in, getting the momentum to World Cup. Second place here last year, 2 Dynasty. So it's Dynasty and Damage in first and second place. We're going to see them later on today, but right now it's going to be Legion and Verst, Energy Elite and Joy Division. I'm Matty Marshall, and I also got paintball legend Rich Telford, coach of New York Extreme up here. So Joey, we'll start with you. Legion Verst, what do you think?
I think this is going to be entertaining to watch. Did a lot of scouting on these guys yesterday, and they do not fit the mold.
They don't follow the standard playbook.
Break that down for me a little bit.
So most teams, it's pretty, I mean, on this point, everyone's noticed, it's usually 2 at home, both cans, and the Landry bunker. That's the basic break. With these guys, it's everywhere. Like, they go places where I had to go walk the field 3 or 4 times.
You're like, am I missing something?
Yeah.
So on the breakout, Verst going to be on the blue side. Legion on the red side, and here comes a body making it out wide. The Tiger King, Kuzmin, making it out. And it's a risk. So, Joe, it is a risk to get out wide. Verst is going to make it out wide on the D side, getting into D1. Legion, back corner bunker, snake side, a little cake, and running referee checking out the player at the Landry logistics spot.
I believe Sergey also either took a bounce or he's out. Bouncer on him. So it's equal. They both got to bounce out of that spot.
Yep.
That's fair.
Well, as a Floridian, it's like extra humid this morning, so
Yeah.
might see a couple extra bouncers out here.
Well, we had fall Monday and Tuesday. It's now summertime.
So
Verst is their first attacker on the snake side from the snake side can. 5-on-4 advantage.
Filled
for the
again
Red Legion.
from home. It's a good fill.
And he makes it clean. And Verst with some penetration up the center early, getting to that wedge, and he's looking at that D side.
He also filled from the Landry bunker into the box,
Yeah, I like that fill.
and they matched it on the Russian side.
Joey, what do you think about the back center? Do you think you should stay there or get out of there?
It honestly depends on what you do on the break. I mean, if you can shoot a guy, sure. If you can't shoot a guy, you better figure a way out getting out real fast.
I definitely agree with you.
Yeah, it seems like the longer you stay back there, the more opportunity the other team has to get outside.
Especially if it's doubled up, right?
Yeah.
I think the only person that gets away with it is Edwards, Jason, because, I don't know, he's magic.
He's
He has a
crafty.
force field, bro.
Tiger King makes the first knuckle, or first spot in the snake, not in the knuckle, but the first snake one.
Yeah, he goes there, looks inside, which means he's looking to play possibly a little defensively. Nope, he crawls right inside to the snake knuckle there. So Red Legion first into the snake and going forward and attacking.
If he can keep his butt down, he's going to go real far. Legion lost their Dorito guy. He tried filling out.
Yeah, Karslev taking the early walk, and he's always a big part of their offense, so that's a great kill here for Verst.
Yeah, I think that was that center wing that caught him. Verst has got 2 up the center, 1 in the center wing looking to lock down the Dreer side, 1 in the center snake side brick looking to lock down the snake side.
If Tiger King plays this right, he should be able to creep up in here, past all these guys, and shoot everyone.
That's exactly what I would do, Joey.
Yeah, with Keith Brown.
Yes,
That's my
with
player.
Keith Brown. Keith,
Literally.
Keith Brown had a day yesterday.
Yeah, he's pretty good at paintball.
he's pretty amazing at paintball.
Yeah.
And I always love it. Like, you can see his mood when he hits that buzzer and starts doing that glide run back. I'm like, oh, Keith is feeling it. It's going to be real bad for the other team.
When he gets in the zone, it's not fun.
Yep.
The good thing is when he loses, he usually gets into the zone. So he has to take that first lump before he really gets in the zone.
Yeah. I used to have a friend that I used to have to slap in the face before we would play just to get the fire going.
Jacob Edwards, I have to do that with.
Kuzmin wrapping around, trying to get that shot in on the door here for Verst. So Verst still engaging in that gunfight. He's got to be careful there. He pops the top as Kuzmin's just blasting the edge of that bunker.
I don't know how Malloy lets the guy go from the cannon to that first Aztec before the snake. Like, that's such an easy stop. And letting him get out there, you're now contesting the snake a little bit more.
Yeah, Malloy prioritizes survivability over zone control, so sometimes he flinches and misses that gap.
Yeah, I can't hate him for it because he's arguably one of the best.
Yeah, you can't. Yeah, it's people that do things at the level that he does, you can't really criticize for.
Body.
Yeah.
So Verst trying to make a move up into D2, gets clipped out.
And I like that, 4-on-4, he's the first one to get outside, so I like the fact that he went forward on that D side, but you gotta make those moves, man.
Well, Rich, both teams have lost their first attacker on the D side.
Malloy now into the snake, so Red Legion with 2 players into the snake.
So Malloy's basically saying, sorry, Tiger King, I'm going to go shoot all these guys.
Tiger King, you sit there, do that defensive thing. I'm going to crawl down and shoot everybody.
Malloy's going to wrap this thing and split some wigs.
Yeah.
Oh, he missed.
Verst drops 2 more players, only 1 player left alive. Now he's been eliminated as well, so Red Legion's going to win this first point with 4 bodies left alive.
Yeah, Legion going to go on the board here first after a decently long point. They definitely do still need a win, as they did lose to the Hurricanes yesterday, making this a very interesting bracket. It was Hurricanes, Infamous, Legion, Notorious, and Verst. And it started off with Verst and Notorious as the bottom 2 seeds, but Verst, I wouldn't say they beat the brakes off of Notorious, but they beat them pretty badly.
Yeah.
But then Notorious rolls up and beats the Hurricanes. So instantly making that bracket kind of interesting, especially then the Hurricanes roll up and beat Legion. So Yeah, still to be decided as to who's going to be moving on as we're in the pits right now with Legion. It's always a little anticlimactic when we cut to the pits for Legion just because they're so stoic and calm and composed.
And it's not like you can understand what they're saying.
They're just sitting in there writing poetry.
They could be down by 5, up by 5. It looks like this.
Match could be over, whatever.
We're usually pretty much like that unless we're losing, and then I got to go motherfuck everyone and usually turn around. Joy Division NRG. This is actually a good game. Joy Division's record's not great, but they've actually played solid paintball.
Entertaining paintball for sure.
Yeah.
Especially Fabian.
Yeah, Fabian's been all over
His
the place.
force field is so strong. I also energy with Bowen and Geiger. I think that's the best package Snakeside that I've seen.
When to speak to what you guys are saying about enjoy entertainment, because when energy is getting Bowen and Geiger going on the Snake, and with the way Fabian's been playing the Snake, yeah, it could be really entertaining.
5-on-5 breakout for both teams, guys.
Yeah, both teams decided to go with this. This is the stock game plan that we're going to see a lot of for the rest of the tournament.
Yep.
You just can't stay doubled up in that back center too long, because if your opponents do make it out wide and you don't, you're probably going to die in that spot.
Geiger releasing up the center of the field, and it's a good move up the center of the field. I just don't like it because I like the way he was playing Snakeside so well. Let's see if he can capitalize on it. Joy Division now moving to the Snakeside brick, looking D-side, looking to shut down that move. Geiger gets caught. 4-on-3 advantage. 5-on-4 advantage here for Joy Division.
That's a big death, especially when your energy still 2 at home. Bad.
Yeah, they get another body out of that back center to the tower. Ooh, minor penalty going to be assessed on Carl. It's going to pull out one of the big killers for him, Fabian. That's actually the 2 big killers for Joy right now walking off the field, so that's not good. And then here comes a good read as Bowen's going to dive in the Snake and hit the deck crawl all the way to the 50 here, Joey.
4-on-3 advantage here for NRG as Devin Stewart gets out of back center field. Snakeside can.
I talked to Bone this morning, and I was like, you got to stay on the gas, dude. Tell the idiots behind you to catch up.
Yeah, 100%. And that's what Geiger was doing well yesterday. Is Bowen would get in the Snake, and the Geiger would fall in behind him.
If they're going to play Geiger up the middle, though, then these guys behind him. That's one
have to fill the gap.
Energy, in my opinion. Those 3 guys, they stay alive, which is good because they get some points back. But if you're going to have aggressive guys and you're not going to follow up with them, it's kind of pointless.
Yep.
Yes. Yes. Amen. Amen.
Because you're just sending them to their deaths, right?
Right. Even if he goes up there and shoots 2 guys or shoots a guy right now, they're still all back here.
And then you lose all that real estate too.
Right. And we're always talking about, hey, if you have an aggressive one, the 2's got to stay relatively close. Obviously, layout contingent, but that's typically a paintball maximum right there.
Shot him in the knee.
Yeah, Devin Stewart now moving up, trying to back up.
Gets the kill in on that door, so Bowen making his presence felt here at the 50.
Might get a penalty here. Running referee is never good.
Yeah.
There goes the flags, and Joy Division's last players pulled down a penalty. NRG loses another one, but Boston.
Who shot him? There's no one left.
Had to be the guy in the 50 before they pulled him.
Yeah. Which is, and if you're Joy, that's a little frustrating. It looks like Energy was most likely going to get that point regardless. But 2 penalties in point number 1, that's, yeah, they got to tighten it up, man. If you want to win a game out here, well, you can't be getting penalties all the time.
That is a discussion I also had in my pits yesterday after I gave up 2 points on minors.
Yeah.
I said, we are not good enough to beat anyone with minors or any penalty at all. You have to be better than that. So that's like what we're looking to do today, just fine-tune that kind of stuff.
You guys look good yesterday, Joey. It was interesting because we were wondering as we're in the pits, there's Geiger and Buffton, but we were wondering with the top 4 teams, everyone's in, you're into the top 8 no matter what. Are you going to show your hands? But honestly, I really liked what we saw because there was a lot of freedom. Guys are just kind of trying things and playing through and just trying to stay sharp.
You're not a top 4 team if you're not hyper-competitive. No matter what, we want to win.
Yeah. That's very true. But it was fun. It was fun to watch. So I'm looking forward to seeing that battle go down later this afternoon. Ooh, Tiger King.
Verse loses 2 on the break, 4-on-3 advantage for the Red Legion.
Yeah, Verse losing both of their bodies trying to get out wide. Legion does lose Kuzmin. Oh, they're going to lose Sergey.
Taking the walk 3-on-3, Maddie.
Honestly, it's good to see that Verse picked up on that corner run from Tiger King and they were able to catch him this time because now the Russians are going to have to respect that.
Yeah.
Well, Legion repositioning up into the center of the field, and they also are going to get Karslev. He's going to dig and dive all the way. Ooh, went into D3, feeling no pressure.
Landry Logistics Tower right back.
Right to that spot. Tries to get a shot on Landry Logistics bunker, and now he finally does.
Good move to get out of there, though. Fills to the corner now. 2-on-4 advantage for Red Legion. Surprised they didn't have the Red Legion's containment was a little bit better. In a 2-on-4, you don't look to let somebody fill outside. And the point is over now for the Red Legion, winning another point with a ton of time left on the clock.
Yeah, so, yeah, still going to be probably a little under 10. Nope, no one conceding the point.
Scouting-wise, that is exactly what I thought would happen. Everybody everywhere. I honestly thought the last guy on their team that filled out at the corner, I thought he was coming off dead Because the way he was running, I was like, he doesn't look intent like he's actually. And then he slides in, and I'm like, oh.
I think he, like us, was surprised that he was able to get out
like,
there.
Oh, hey, I'm alive. What do I do now?
It's 2-on-4. I can't believe they let me filter the corner.
He gets there, and he's like, I guess I'll just crawl to the snake.
I didn't plan this far ahead.
Yeah, so now we'll see if Joy can tighten it up. As 2 penalties, 2 minors in that first one. Not the way it needs to be done. So giving Energy Elite some couple gifts in the pits right now with Verts. Let's listen to some Polish. Oh, English.
Yeah.
Solid ass English.
Can't say any better
Very
than that.
eloquent. Very eloquent.
Wordsmith. Wordsmith.
You know, he speaks more English than I do Polish.
For sure.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, for sure.
Times
Say
1,000.
those cuss words he said in his language.
You have that bounce shot. I going it.
Yeah, they're getting a little, sounds like you're getting a little frustrated in there if you had to pull the English out. But, you know, it's like they say if you're trilingual, you speak 3 languages. If you're bilingual, you speak 2 languages. And if you speak 1 language, you're American.
Exactly. America.
Marca.
So
5 life for both teams. Similar breakouts.
Yeah, this is that stock breakout. Safe, but getting out wide early. Going to be Joy Division getting, oh, did not get out wide early. Gets clipped trying to get into D1.
Almost got wide out there early.
They try to refill that spot. Here comes Fabian running
Who
through
doesn't
gaps.
have a problem getting out wide? Fabian.
Fabian has a force field. I would really like Fabian to be, I would like to see him play in the States. Let's get him on a team.
He legit just ran through Geiger's lane. Geiger was shooting at him the whole time. And
He
was
did
like,
it all day for the last couple of days.
Yeah, I've been watching.
Now he goes right to the 50.
They know he's there, though.
See if he can make his gunfights.
See if the rest of this team can stay alive along enough for me to
Yeah.
work.
Let's see if or follow him up, right? 4-on-4 here.
Honestly, with these guys, I would be like, look, I'm going to go kill everyone. You guys just stay alive.
Yeah, just hide. Devin Stewart getting shot out of back center for NRG. A little bit of a bad death there. 4-on-4 now. Energy with 1 in both cans. Dreer Tower and Geiger in the center brick. Looking
It's
snake
just
side.
Geiger on the snake. Just Geiger.
Yeah, only Geiger snake side. And if Geiger gets eliminated,
Fabian's going to run down and shoot some
yeah,
bodies.
then this point's going to be over for Joy Division. And Joy Division's going to win it.
Well, they're pinching out. Joy Division doing a good job as they're threading up the center. So the guns were looking D side, even though Fabian was at the 50, but there was no one looking middle. And here comes Joy Division up the middle, getting a couple kills, and now pushing up on that D side as well too. Another body comes off for Energy Elite, and that's Buffins going to get smoked too. And Joy Division going to tie this one up.
That's a good point.
For Joy Division, yeah. That's
Four bodies up. That's pretty solid.
Well, Joy, they lost an OT to the Ironmen. They got beat up by the ML Kings, and then they were able to hang in there with Impact. They lost the game, but it was a 1-point spread. So yeah, other than the ML Kings game, they're losing their games, but they've had some decent looks out there and some close losses.
and fun to watch.
Yeah, they're really fast on their second moves. They're doing the same traditional breakout that most of the teams are doing out here, but they're faster to the punch than most of the teams.
Yep.
So that's why their games are close, though, right? Like, if you're going against a team that knows how to control the lanes and hold the lanes and you try to push through it, if it's a good team, they're going to shoot you, which is what has happened to them. Occasionally they make it through, and that's when they grab a point back and they're able to actually make a fight out of it. They just need to find that careful balance that they're not quite hitting yet. But, you know, I mean, honestly,
Not too
we're coming
soon,
over
not
here,
too late.
Yeah, it's a lot. I mean, we've gone over there before and been awful, so.
Verse trying to get into this match, losing their first 2 points.
Yeah, so Verst, 3rd place overall overseas. They a second, a third, and a third. Joy Division won the first event, and then a 4th and a 2nd. So
Red Legion taking snake on the break, Maddie.
That up and over is one of the few ways you can do that.
Yeah, I mean, and they can still shoot. Ooh, Malloy taking the early walk for Red Legion. You don't see that very often. It's going to make some room for Sergey to fill out of that back center. Let's see if we can get that snake hand.
Verst trying to fill out wide snake side and
Red
makes
Legion
it.
continues to struggle with the containment. 4-on-4 as Verse loses their first attack out of the Landry Logistics bunker.
Yeah, so at the 50-yard line here on your screen for Legion wrapping around. He does have to worry about that sideline, though. I don't think he knows that there's a body out wide, because if that Verse body comes, he's going to get that free kill on him.
And he
Yeah.
did.
So McDarby just had no idea that they had made it out there wide. He was playing like that bunker was not hot. So that's
Sergey
a
gets
free
pieced
kill
up.
here for Verse.
I'm confident you won't see Darby the rest of this match.
I probably agree with that. And again, Red Legion is struggling here because they have no containment, right? They got a kill on the break. There was no one snake side. And the 2 guys that were on that snake side containment both dropped their zones. The guy filled out to the corner, wrapped and got 2 kills. Now he's going to win this point.
Yeah, 1 body left alive. D3, 4-on-1 situation in favor of Verst, and they easily pinch him out of there. Nothing he could do. Karslev in that spot. So Verst answering here. So 8 minutes and 3 seconds left to go. Have a one point game.
Joey, can you explain why the containment failed there for the Red Legion?
Well, losing Malloy is a huge reason why, right? The guy who's, I guarantee his job was to come out, stay wide, contain the snake as much as possible. As soon as Malloy died, they did a great fill getting out to the corner.
Well, and if Malloy dies and he's the guy in containment, what does the Red Legion have to do?
Either they have to cross the other two guys, or they both have to play heads up. The problem they had is they were both playing the D side for some strange reason, which I don't get. I mean, maybe they had some weird communications that was off or what, but yeah, I don't know. This field's not that complicated. It's just a matter of just everyone has to do their job.
Yeah, very job-oriented field.
Yeah. And if somebody dies, you obviously have to change your job, but
or take that job over, right?
Right.
Like Sergey could have, instead of filling forward and dropping zone,
Right.
he could have come out to Malloy's can and picked up that zone.
100%.
So now locked at 1, Joy Division and Energy Elite.
This is a big point.
Yeah, this is a good match.
This is a big point.
Let's see if Bowen can get into that snake, and if they use Geiger to back him up, or if they send Geiger up the center. Looks like they're going Geiger, Bowen's snake side package.
So that's a subtle jump what Bowen did instead of doubling the home and then kicking out.
Yeah.
By him doing that, I know it doesn't seem like much, but him leaving the Landry bunker, good
That
job
was his
filling it,
opportunity.
Fabian, but
Yep.
that gets him in.
Yep.
He's in because of that.
Yep. Yeah, and if you don't take that snake insert bunker, sometimes you never get there.
But Geiger dying behind Bowen. Bowen almost getting clipped. He didn't know that center 50 was hot. Referee's going to come give him a check.
Yeah, 4-on-4 here. Bowen is aware. Oh, great fill to the corner for Joy Division. No one on the containment.
Yeah, Carl Samuelson, they let him basically walk out into that back corner bunker.
Yeah, I don't even think he saw him.
I don't know who that is in the Landry bunker, but you have one job when you're there, stop the guys from going wide, and he's looking this way, and he just lets the guy fill and doesn't see him.
Yeah.
And they're going to let Fabian fill out as well, too.
Yeah, I don't know what he's doing.
And then
who
Fabian
that is.
just goes right into the outside snake one. Here comes a big move up the center. He kind of gets cut in half. He gets that first kill, though, but on that chaos, here comes Fabian on the attack. Bowen dies in front of Fabian, so Fabian has the snake side. No one's looking at Fabian Bergen right now, and he's going to just chalk up one. He's going to get 2, maybe trade out with that back center, but the damage is done as Carl Samuelson filtering out behind Fabian.
Nice move, Fabian.
So I like to call it the domino effect, right? The first domino that falls is the mistake. The first domino that fell there was the guy playing the Landry bunker, letting the guy fill to the corner.
Lack of containment, right?
How do you not see him?
No, I just like that statement, the domino effect. The first domino fall is the mistake.
Right.
But that's a good point.
Right. If the first domino never falls, all the other bullshit after it doesn't matter.
Yeah. Well, and seemingly it seems like, hey, it's no big deal. I made a small mistake. I let the guy get to the corner. No big deal. We'll just reset. But a lot of times it is a big deal and you can't reset.
Well, and also on a layout like this where it's a very job-oriented field, you really need to know your zones. The teams that are winning are doing a better job at containment, because not every team is doing a perfect job at containment. It's just, are you doing it better than your opponents?
And there's also that chance, right? You can run through a lane, but that's not what that was. Like, he literally didn't see the guy go to the corner.
He didn't react, right?
He didn't do anything.
Yeah, like when I saw the guy go to the corner, I'm like, did he not even see that guy go to the corner that he's supposed to be stopping going to the corner?
And the other side of that is, like we talked about right before that point, this field is about doing your job. That dude's job is to stop anyone from going out, and he let 2 guys go out on him.
Yeah.
Yeah, so 1-point lead here for Legion, but Verse did answer.
That's one of the things I see consistently, even on the top teams, people struggling with out here is containment and not understanding. After you get that first kill, there's somebody else coming. That second kill's a freebie.
Yeah, the player for Legion, McDarby again, he definitely got shot in his leg as he dove in.
Oh, leg hits don't count now.
Yeah, I mean, who knows? Maybe it didn't leave enough, but definitely saw some sort of paintball explode off of his leg as he was diving.
4-on-4 as
Again, Landry not protecting, letting. I don't understand.
Yeah, especially you can tell when they go down and sit down in that bunker that they don't know how to play the bunker. They don't know what they're supposed to do. Darby now going from snake 2 up. He's going to wrap and blow up the guy in the snake wing who had no idea he was in the snake.
Well, Rich, after McDarby making a pretty big mistake in that last point, probably wants a little bit of redemption here so he can continue to get playing time.
Please give me the opportunity to get back in this game.
Well, he's getting some kills right now. He should be able to shoot that can, and first of all, he needs to shoot that wedge. Okay, he gets that kill inside, so that's at least a 2-pack here for McDarby.
See if he can win a gunfight.
Sergey about to drop the hammer as all the guns are looking at McDarby, and then the big push up the center by Big Sergey forces the concession.
Honestly, Darby's best thing to do there instead of gunfighting him would be just hide.
Yeah, just push the bunker over and over again so the guy keeps shooting at you.
And then when you walk into the pit, be like, I got 2.
Yep.
Spin me.
Yeah, that's great, right? Because as a coach,
if he gets shot right there, I'm like, why? Why finish like that? Why do the dumbness at the end? Like, what are you, and 1 mix taking it? Like, come on, bro. You're barely getting spins. Like, make the best out of your
Have
spin.
to, yeah.
Yeah, because you already, if you get out there, kill 2, stay alive, let Sergey finish, that was a perfect point for you at that point in time. No, 0 mistakes.
Especially when you have the lead like that, too. At that point, make them submit.
Well, and who knows? Maybe Sergey goes through. Maybe he had a hit on him.
Yeah.
You know, maybe there's a penalty, and then they have to pull you out, and that leaves the other body behind him. Or they pull that body out, and now you get to finish. But, yeah, it's so I got some coaches up here, Joey Blute and Rich, and they're going to be very much on all these little mistakes. But that's what it takes to win at the pro level, man.
Well, you know, Energy's got to be scratching their heads a little bit because they're down by a point against Joy Division. I guarantee you that they thought going in that they were going to win this match easily. They dropped their first attacker in Bowen on the snake side.
I got to be honest, if they scouted them at all yesterday and I thought this was going to be easy, they're crazy. Like, they played strong. No matter what the score showed or how they finished, they were a hard team to beat.
Yeah, they were in the points.
Well, and also a tough team to scout, right?
Yeah. And honestly, the points that weren't close, it's because they were down and they had to come back.
Well, also, in the beginning they struggled because they were sending guys outside and losing 2 guys on the break and still making it a close match. Once they tighten that up, they start playing better. Well, 4-on-2 advantage here for Energy.
Yeah, well, speaking of tightening it up, Rich, Joy needs to tighten it up a little bit if they want to beat Energy Elite because they did squander a couple bodies right now. So it's looking good for Energy. Got a high body situation they need to close out with 8:50 to go, trying to tie this match up.
Yeah, they shot one, lost one, and then just kind of devolved from there. Geiger releasing through the center, trying to figure out where these last 2 bodies for Joy are. It's the back center and Snakeside can for Joy.
He knows where they're at. He's just trying to find the best way to execute them.
Catches the Phil come across. 4-on-1 advantage as Geiger still with great acceleration.
For a big dude, man, he's got some good burst speed.
Yeah, I feel like he's not, his last name's not Edwards, but he's maybe possibly related somewhere in the genealogy of the Edwards family.
Nah, he lifts way more. He's way more jacked.
Yeah, he takes his shirt off. It's hard, not
Right.
soft.
You can watch his reels. That guy's obviously jacked.
Yeah, I had to do like a head check when you guys were playing. I think Jake might be bigger than Jason now.
So Jason, since taking over Central Florida, creating Legacy Sports Park, he's out there slinging,
Actually
holes,
working.
digging holes.
Yeah.
I mean, he's
Doing man
working.
stuff.
Well, it's working for him because it looks like he's shed some LBs for World Cup. Looking
There's
at
that Phil.
So, yeah, that's Geiger in the center. He's going to hit the afterburners, close the gap. And on the run through, ooh, nice grouping.
That's what you got to do, man. Got to make him wear it a little bit.
Yeah, make him wear it, make an extra cleanup.
As long as you don't get a flag for it, I'm okay with it.
Yep, nobody's friends on the field. We could all be friends off the field.
Yep.
I can, off the field, I'll feel horrible about it, but on the field, it's my job.
Wear it, dork.
Yeah, I got to be me.
Versed on your screen. See if they can do something here against Legion down by 2. Need to make something happen. It's not do or die time quite yet, though, as there's still 7:28 on the clock.
Darby gets out to the snake corner for Red Legion.
Yeah, and Verse going to get tore up trying to get out to that back corner bunker on the D side. So
4-on-5 advantage here for Red Legion. 4 across the back. Sergey in the center brick looking snake side.
Darby just got shot.
Yeah. Went
That's
inside, and I think outside's the better line there.
Because the Landry guy was high, did his job, and shot the guy.
Yeah, but of course, as soon as he does that, he switches and looks Dorito side
Smart.
instead of containing the snake side. Yeah, my job is to contain the snake side. I just killed the guy on the snake side. I'll look Dorito side now. Allow Red Legion to get back out on the snake side.
There's literally nobody on Versus looking snake side at all right now.
Well, the can was looking, but only with his eyes, not with his gun.
Now he's looking at the pit.
Yeah, the D can was like
Oh,
looking
yeah,
back, but
yeah.
not. Yeah.
But that doesn't do anything.
No one's stopping anyone like Malloy or Sergey from going down the snake side and shooting all 3 Verse players in the back. All 3 Verse players are continually shooting D side.
There we go.
Yeah.
Somebody switched. Finally, the can on the D side is switched.
Yeah, I think he got bored over there. He's like, I got nothing to shoot at over here. I'll look snake side. What the heck?
Now he pulls his gun down and
Yeah,
looks
Verse,
the other way again.
Verse needs to work a little bit on their discipline.
When you're
very
down at this
disciplined out
point, Verse either needs to get on their ponies and go. As a coach, I'm like, either go or I'm going to end this point.
Yeah, because we talk about this all the time. If you're the coach, if you're sitting in the pits, you're looking for movement, some sort of body language that tells them you're going to do something other than hide in your spot, or you're going to concede.
6:10 left. I'm giving them until 6 minutes, and I'm ending the point.
Yep. I usually give them 30 to 45 seconds. If they don't get up on their toes, then...
Yeah, we're at least 20 seconds into this, at least.
Yeah.
Well-
And Malloy could easily go win this point. He's just playing it cautiously because they're up by 2 points, and he's not a guy who likes to make any mistakes.
Well, that and at this point, the Russians just need to win. It's not about margin for them.
Yeah, so Malloy coasts into the 50. Here comes Verse trying something on the D side. They do get a shot on Karslev, so that's a tough death for Karslev.
Yeah, 3-on-3 now.
With a 2-point lead, up bodies, up points, burn clock, man. You know, really shouldn't be engaging in any sort of reckless gunfight.
Well, especially when you have 4 players on your team and 3 of them are snake side, you're the only guy on the D side. I think we call that the island. And when you're on the island, your job is to stay alive and drink pina coladas.
And your boy is at the 50-yard line on the
Yeah.
snake with no one in front of him. So
Sergey gets caught with a sloppy fill.
Well, at this point, it's a good thing Verse didn't blow that horn because the Russians are making some mistakes.
Yeah, I believe Verse is in that 50 Dorito over there, that 50 Dorito side. Yeah, and they just get Kirill as well.
Malloy is going to be angry after this one. He's like, how did you guys all die? We had the bodies.
To be fair, Malloy, if he's angry, should look in the mirror, because at any point he could have gone down the field when 3 guys are looking D-side, no one's looking at him, and he's just over there watching
I get
nothing.
it, but you're up 2. You're up 2, burn some clock. I mean, you have bodies alive all the way across the field and numerical superiority. Yeah. I mean, it's not his fault that all those guys lost
opportunity squandered
gunfights.
My vote's with Rich.
I'm with you on it, but
finally somebody. Thank you so much for coming up, Joey, because this man has just been beating me down for the last 20 years. I don't even fight for myself anymore.
You deserve it.
I just agree with Matt, just
honestly,
instinctively.
I would get on Matty's site. Some of you'd go coach in WCPL or something and join.
Yeah, I would too. I would too if we could see him at WCPL.
So anyone needs coaching at WCPL, reach out to Matty Marshall. He'll be more than happy to see if he can help you out. See if he can make the schedule work.
Yeah, we'll see if we can make it work.
That'd be nice because we get to hang out a little bit more.
I have been generaling at the Joust. It's a deal different because it's just one-on-one, but I am undefeated. I whooped up Todd's team by 22 points and then took down Rich's squad. So, you know.
You lost to him?
Were you glorious or were you magnificent?
Don't start.
I was neither. I only coached 1 player.
Okay.
Yeah. That's the better of the coaching. NRG, 5 alive, but Bowen getting the check in the Snake Side can. Looks like he's okay. 5 on 5 for both teams. Oh, Joy losing 1, Joy losing 2. 5 on 3 advantage for NRG. Might need what NRG needs to get back into this match. Still down by 1 point. They've got 5 bodies left alive, 4 across the back. Geiger in the center, Brick looking Snake Side.
It's actually tied. 2-2.
Oh, sorry. It looked like it was 3-2. I apologize.
2-2,
I am really old.
left. Lots of time. These guys need to get out of this home on the energy side. You can't have 2 guys back there that long.
And the time to get out of there is the first second that you can get out of there. If that guy gets out of that can for you, take advantage of it.
Yeah, how about you shoot 2 guys on the break?
Yeah.
Maybe then you there. Maybe that's a good idea.
Yeah.
I'll have to ask Matty. What do you think?
Sounds like a great idea, Joey.
I've never won a joust, so I just wanted to follow through on it.
And what you see a lot out here is guys not want to make mistakes, obviously. But again, you got 3 guys kind of looking D-side, and they vacillate between D-side and Snake Side, all 3 switching together. So there's no one consistently locking down either tape. And when you're tie game and you've got 5 bodies, it's okay to apply a little pressure.
Yeah, if this were me and I was coaching this, I would let this run a little bit. They have a lot of time left. It's a tie game. It's not like you're losing.
Yeah, I look at it both in this point, but also as in development, right? Like, as a team, we need to learn how to develop outside the pocket, right? And I want to do it before we start losing guys like Geiger when we're 5 on 3, not when we're 4 on 3 or 3 on 3.
Horrible. That was the Dorito that shot him.
Right, and that's what we're talking about, like team development, right? Like long-term and short-term goals. Like your team is in a much better, different position than most of the teams out here.
Yeah.
You guys are always so good that you don't have to learn these lessons, but the rest of us, we have to learn lessons like this. Like, hey, when we're 5 on 3, let's not wait until we're 3 on 3 to go win that point, right?
The crazy part of that box, all Geiger had to do is roll off. You don't have to engage that guy.
You don't. It's not gunfight to death, right?
Joy Division, a couple moves, getting up that field on the D side here on your screen. Is Knut is going to make his move into that 50. And Paz is actually out in the blind zone at that area to look inside.
Yeah, he's got the can on the Snake Side cross-shooting him, trying to shoot that last gap, trying to keep him from going forward.
I will say NRG's backline is a hard one to break.
Yep. They don't tend to make a lot of mistakes. They do get penalties here and there, which kind of hurts them at this point of the game sometimes. I think they play a little bit loose in practice. But I would like to see NRG get out of that back line. Unfortunately, he goes to that Landry Logistics bunker, and that's a very vulnerable bunker to that 50 Dorito side.
Oh, but Joy losing
bad death.
Yeah, losing a body out of that. It's Carl Samuelson taking the walk from that can. That's a tough death for him because they had that body at the 50 on the D side trying to make something happen.
Good comms from both teams, trying to figure out where the bodies are. It's 2-on-4 advantage for NRG. NRG not looking to drop the hammer and go get somebody. They want to shoot their guys out of the spots, obviously.
Let's use your NRG.
Devin Stewart.
Penalties.
Devin Stewart goes and jumps over the top of that and dunks on the player for Joy Division. It's Newt's going to take the walk.
Oh, he stays alive, Matt.
Oh, Devin Stewart, a little free kill. A little back massage for that last body left alive and a couple extra bonus balls.
Good move from Devin Stewart.
Yeah, Devin Stewart coming over from Houston Heat to Energy Elite, try to bolster that line. They have been playing a bit of roster roulette the past couple seasons, but that's every up-and-coming team. Trying to find that line. It's going to try to make a run, make some Sundays on a regular basis.
Well, and they're one of those teams that they're constantly looking to get better and better and better. If they got to bring new people and they got to bring new coaches, and they're going to do whatever they got to do.
Yeah, they got Guppy. He's a Canadian. They bring in Devin Stewart, and again losing Geiger, getting Geiger back. It's tough though, you know. If you guys coach, you know how hard it is. If you get, I mean, you've had this is kind of one of the blessings of damage though, Joey, and good job on you also as the general manager to keep your talent around and get new guys, new blood when you need it, like picking up Rainey. But it is a blessing to have the vets you got. They've been playing at such a high level for 15 years.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's by design, but yeah. 100%.
Yeah, for sure.
And Matt brings up a really good point. Do you get paid as a coach and a manager both
better.
separately? I hope you do. Because that'd be ridiculous if you're only getting paid as a coach or only getting paid as
CJ, Joey needs a raise.
Let's go, CJ.
I'm confident the rest of the coaches would love to make what I make.
You are not wrong, sir. Red Legion with 5 lives. Sergey moving up. Sergey now moving.
He definitely took one.
Yeah, referee's in there giving him the check. Guzman's taking a walk out of the corner for a 4-on-5 advantage here for first as Sergey's taking a check and now taking the walk. He doesn't like it, but you still got to leave.
Rich versus at the 50-yard line here. Snake side.
Nice. Versus going to win this point. It's 5-on-3.
I wouldn't quite go that far, but
Yeah, I'm positive. Sergey's really not happy being pulled out.
honestly, he should have gotten a penalty. If
Yeah,
you hold him out
I'm
and
kind of
left him
surprised they
at
didn't give him a penalty
100%
either.
should have been penalty. Malloy takes an uncharacteristic to death.
Like you say again, Versus with a really good opportunity to win this
Well,
point.
hey, Mark Barolo is getting some work done here on the Snake side. He had pretty solid points from early on in this tournament.
Yeah, he struggled dying early, but when he didn't die early, he clocked in and did some work.
He's also one that they were calling motherfucking bitch in pits, remember?
Oh, yeah.
Which is who he was talking to.
Yeah. Well,
But like in a positive sense,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. Like, I love you, you motherfucking bitch.
You're so amazing, you motherfucking bitch.
yeah, so Verse going to pull within 1 here. And Energy Elite up by 1 over Joy Division. So Joy Division just still suffering with some survivability issues off the break and losing some gunfights they shouldn't be losing. But it's close, like we've been talking about. I mean, other than the ML Kings game, Joy Division's been in every match. And there's Mark Brolo, owner of Sandana. Played on a couple teams past couple years.
He gets around.
He had
New
a
York
baby.
boy.
He had a baby, and when you have babies,
Yeah.
it changes everything.
Dude, it
Yeah.
does change everything.
Like, you change your priorities a little bit.
It's harder to travel.
You
know?
better, right?
But if you want to stay happily married, you do.
Yeah. Here goes Joy Division and NRG. Energy up by 1 point.
It's a big bite. Honestly, that making that outside run that he just made over here on
Yeah.
the Joy Division.
That little bit of a risk
Yeah.
is definitely worth that reward.
Fabian.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
Fabian getting out there, I mean, you basically trap these guys at home because these guys can't fill now.
And I don't want to be negative, but if I was Fabian's coach, I would just send him to the other team's snake corner every point because obviously nobody can shoot him on transition.
That's a solid
He
plan.
only gets shot out of his bunker, never on transition.
Yeah.
Just keep moving then.
And Joy Division on a secondary getting up to that 50 wedge, middle of the field, looking here towards the Snake side, at least initially. Try to keep Energy Elite, like you said, Joey, just trap them in the pocket.
Yeah, Energy with 4 across the back, 1 in the Landry Logistics Tower.
All Joy's got to do is land one of these shots and make it out of the corner.
And they let Joy Division get out to the corner.
And he
A
does.
lot of these teams continuing to struggle here with containment.
The bad death out of the Landry.
Yeah,
for,
guy can get shot out of that Landry Logistics Tower there. They fill it, but the damage has been done because Joy Division's already in the snake. Little too little, little too late for NRG as they get it out to the D1 corner.
Yeah, there's Carl Samuelson on your screen. He's an outside D2. He's going to crawl up and stay low and get to the 50 alive.
I think that they know he's there. If they know you're there, it's not as easy to get a bunch of kills. If you sneak in there and no one knows you're there, you can get a couple kills early.
Bowen did sneak out of the snake entry bunker. Went for
Yep.
the scan there. That was actually a really good move.
Yep. And
If he
he's
would have
inside.
dove into the snake before the dude made the 50, he had a chance of doing something here, but he's going to get a little stuck now.
5-on-4 situation, 3:42 to go.
And the nice-
Joy down by 1, but they have position and the body count.
And the nice thing is, if, like you said, Joe, if you get out to that tape, you can keep that 50 guy from wrapping.
Yep.
He can't just wrap around. He's got to look inside, or at least he's got to at least challenge your gun.
All Samuelson has to do, though, is drop. He might not be able to because this dude, the guy on energy, is super tall.
Yeah,
As
it's
an average
Austin.
size person, he would be able to get around on
Yeah.
Yeah, Buffton has the height to get a better angle on
Yeah.
that.
Oh, and Austin plays a little bit loose, gets shot on the inside of the arm, switches, looks the other way.
Double in the 50s a little bit.
Yeah, hopefully he doesn't get a penalty here.
How
He's,
did he not shoot him?
he does a really good job of staying alive and being alive in those key points, but he also gets some penalties during the key points of the game. He does get eliminated there. Trades with Fabian. I like Austin in that bunker because he's so tall.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He's a great guy to have there.
Yeah, if I got a 6'3", 6'4" guy, I'm definitely putting him in the Landry Logistics bunker, and he has one job, right? Don't let anyone get out snake side. If they get out of the break, that's not your job. But if they get out after the break, that's on you.
You made the mistake.
Yeah, and that guy's the third guy in the snake, right? He's defense, defense, defense until the first 2 guys die, and then he's offense. Joy Division with another player. This is the 3rd player in the snake for Joy Division. Really putting a lot of emphasis on winning the snake battle is Joy Division. And no one's looking at him on the on any part of the field from NRG. so he can easily go down and win this point. He's just got to figure out that no one's looking at him.
I think the problem now is the Joy doesn't have any pressure really on that Dorito side.
Yeah. Thinking the same thing, Joey.
95 would have filled out to the Dorito side instead of coming over here. It could at least turn the field. Now these guys can all hide from him.
Yeah, he should have gone D side. This was the easier route for him to run. Ryan Greenspan, when he's up here, a lot of times will criticize this. You think, oh, let me go help these guys over here. It's like, no, you need to go where you're needed.
Yeah, draw the guns off of these guys.
Is anyone even on energy even looking Snake side?
Nope. The D2 is the only guy looking at, and these guys are so dedicated that way that he could just walk down this way and execute them both, and they wouldn't know until their heads ring.
Do you think maybe they don't understand you can crawl on the Snake?
I don't think they understand that.
He got your comms.
If there's someone on the Snake side and you're on the Snake side looking D side, you're very vulnerable.
He can launch from here and shoot both
Yeah,
guys.
there's a very good chance they're going to get shot in the back of the head.
Don't blow your spot, bro. Go get him.
Carl loves to
Just
make moves.
go,
Ooh, he did touch the bunker.
Just go, Carl.
Go get him.
Please go, Carl.
Oh, he's shooting his gun the whole way. Oh, he's going to get 1 and 2 pack here for Carl Samuelsson to blow this one open with 1:18 left. So Joy Division should be able to tie this one off as Astoris.
That's it. Joy Division tied it up. Yeah, you cannot be Snake side looking D side if there's a guy attacking on the Snake side because you can't stop him. The guy can't protect you, and that means you're going to lose.
And it's not like you can't see your two guys that are on the same side. Like you're both looking that way.
Yeah, you head check and those guys are looking the other way. You're like, oh, I gotta go.
You don't even have to head check in those two spots. You can literally just out of the corner of your eye see, oh, he's looking the same way as me. Maybe this isn't a great idea.
Yeah, or if just no one's shooting at you the whole time, that's a great way too.
Well, Fabian seems to be in the right position at the right time. That guy had to die. Fabian had to trade out to do it. And then Carl Samuelsson was in a good spot. Took him a little bit of time to do it.
But he put it together.
Yeah, he put it together nicely. He got the last little 2-pack.
20 seconds.
And Joy Division is tied up. About 1:15 left in that one. So that is enough time to score a point. I mean, Uprising scored 2 in 40 seconds
This
on
one's
day
tied up, but
one.
This is going to be a great one, too. Because
Yeah.
these guys are so all over the map, there's no telling what kind of break they're going to give you.
Yeah, I was going to say, Joey, give us a read on this
Red
one.
Legion is struggling.
I'm going to say Snake on the break.
Inside out, Snake on the break. Darby.
And McDarby, Snake on the break. Good call, Joey. It's like you've done this before.
You know,
Two down on the break.
Yeah,
first.
Matt Darby's got some red on his pants, and I think that's what you saw him diving in with the other.
Oh, okay. No, I saw I didn't see the hit. I saw a spray come off of him.
Yeah, Darby down 5-on-3 advantage here for Red Legion as Darby pushed into the 50 Snake for Red Legion.
Well, this is ideal for Legion, right? They got 3:30 left to go. McDarby risk off the Snake off the break makes it, and they shoot 2 bodies on the break, and they know win a gunfight. So then a 5-on-2 in this tie ball game, and that's going to force a quick concession, yeah, from Verst.
It's a good submit.
Yeah, I agree. That was a perfect break for Legion.
I will tell you, if Darby lines up, he's going one of 2 spots, corner or Snake. So if he's
Yeah.
going to go one of 2 spots, depending where he lines up, if he's in the inside, he's going.
I was going to say, it's
Snake.
nice enough to do it for you, too, where he lines up and points it directly where he's going. Yeah, no
I looked
hiding
up and I
that.
was like, there's no doubt he's going to the Snake.
L route to the Snake.
30 seconds.
Yeah, that is a little bit of a bummer for McDarby because he doesn't get a lot of spins, and when he goes in, if
Yeah.
Joey knows where you're going every single time,
That's such basic stuff you can work on your own. Like, you just wait until like 2 seconds. You
Yeah.
don't. I mean, he pre-showed that. What did I say? That at 5 seconds before he went.
Yeah.
And I was going to say, even though we know, and assuming they knew and made the call, they still didn't shoot him.
Yeah.
They still got, even if they know, they still got to shoot you.
It's Saturday. Sometimes lake hits don't really get seen as well.
Oh, so we're going on lake hits now. Great.
I don't know. I've seen the ones that Maddie's pointed out. I've seen the exact same thing. I didn't feel like I needed to dial in on that, but I'm
Right.
like, yeah, no, he definitely got hit in the leg on that dive. He definitely got hit in the leg on that dive. But I get it. I mean, it's hard for the refs to see. We're sitting 20 feet in the sky.
I'm not
Like,
necessarily saying, hey, refs, you're doing a bad
No,
job.
absolutely not.
It's just you can't see everything.
Right.
It's paintball, man. And like if you don't know that's part of the game, like everyone you shoot isn't necessarily going to go out. Like that's just kind of part of it.
I feel like the pink paint is helping them with that a little bit, though, because some guys that usually don't get penalties because they're pretty sneaky with getting away, like diving into the snake and crawling it off in your leg. Guys that are pretty good at that are getting caught.
Well, and then also sometimes you may dive and we may see the spray, especially with the pink, but it may be off the little flap and it doesn't leave almost anything. It just leaves
it's almost
like
worse.
Yeah,
'Cause
yeah.
Now you actually are
Joy,
seeing all of
joy,
that stuff that
joy,
they're like, I shot him for sure. And
Yeah.
you're like, I didn't see it.
Yeah.
Now you're like, oh no, you definitely did. They definitely did not see it or didn't leave any paint.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, if a ref sees it hit and it sprays off, then they'll pull you out.
Yeah.
But if they don't see it directly, they're not going to, they can't make that call because they go in and look, there's no paint. Well, guess what? That guy's still in.
Big point here.
Yeah, this is huge. Do you think we're going to see overtime or going to come down to the break? Well, Joy Division does lose a body.
And Energy risked the guy out to the Dorito corner on the break,
Yeah.
which is a risk for them.
And then they don't take advantage of it by almost immediately filling that can, which is suspect.
Oh, Joy losing another one.
Fabian taking snake on the break, of course, not getting shot.
I don't know how the Geiger is not shooting that guy.
And no one's
Because
shooting.
Fabian has a force field, bro.
Oh, that's right. You guys told me that.
Yeah, he's shooting
He
at
needs
him.
to keep moving then. Don't stay at the bunker. You'll die there.
Now he just comes over the top, puts Geiger in, goes outside to the Snake 2 beam, brick. Joy Division down to
Joy
two
needs to,
bodies
they're just
alive.
throwing this one away.
He's trying. Good trade.
Yep.
Good for Geiger.
Geiger smart. Oh,
Oh, penalty assessed,
Got a
and
red and a yellow.
looks like it's on Joy, though.
That's not good. And another.
Wow.
well, yeah, if that is on Joy, this game is
Yeah, I
going to
think
be
that's on Fabian.
over.
That was on Fabian, based on Fabian's reaction.
Man,
No, come
okay.
on, guys.
I don't know. That looked like a kind of a good old classic, just a like a standoff trait, you know, where we're both going to shoot each other 6 or 7 times, unless he had hit on him before. He could have had a hit on before he made the move, and the referee had the inside angle on him. Maybe that's it. But once he got past the camera tower and we saw them kind of just stand off and blast each other.
20 seconds.
But yeah, unfortunately, it does look like Joy is going to be losing their 4th match. They're going to go 0-4 here at World Cup. Not the showing they wanted to have. But like we said, they were in all these points,
Yep.
man. It was
I'm just
entertaining to
I'm
watch.
just going to throw this out there. If the Joy coach would dress like a traditional Viking and have a warhammer on his back, he would win more of these arguments with Jason.
Break on Versa. They go to the Dorito corner on the break. It's a big
that's
run.
That's the safest bet if you're going to take a risk, right?
Yeah, that is the safest risk, but it is a risk.
It's
It is
still
a risk.
Yeah, you still got the gap. Back
Darby's in the corner. What a surprise. Not the Snake.
Yep. Red Legion with 2 in the back center. Red Legion gets out on the Snake side. Versa gets out on D side.
Dorito 2 for Legion. Versus one of the home guys just took it.
Yeah.
So we got 5 Russians on 4 of the Verse guys.
Karzlev's on a island over there in D2. Sergey moves up from the back center to the Landry Logistics Tower. Let's see if he can contain the Snake side. He puts his gun down, or gun up I should say, doesn't shoot. Now looks to Snake side.
.234 left in this one. Legion with the advantage on the points and on the bodies again.
This is where Legion gets a little squirrely sometimes, where they're in a good spot. They could shut this game down and just win this match, but they don't really have an off switch.
No, yeah.
Which makes them
All
fun
gas
to
and
watch,
brake.
but also they do squander opportunities sometimes.
Yeah.
Well, they're already out in the Snake corner, so if Malloy wanted to, he could certainly fill underneath Darby's gun and get out on this side. But it looks like he's content to just sit on his knees and keep the guy that's not trying to attack the Snake. from
Looking
not
over
attacking the
on our screen, looking over the shoulder here, Karzlev on the D side. And he's, yeah, just shooting an inside lane, staying alive. Probably knows the count.
If he goes one more bunker, though, he can put a lot more pressure on that Landry Logistics bunker. Taking a walk from back center, another Versus player.
Verse needs a bullet horn on this.
Yeah. 1 minute, 40 seconds left. About to be down by 2 against the Red Legion. Red Legion with all 5 players left alive still.
And they're not going to move.
No.
Like they're good now.
Yeah, Verse down to 3. They've got all the spots they want. The 2 center towers, Snake can, Snake corner, and D2. They can lock up and just control the field completely. from
Sergey
those
makes me look like
positions.
a liar.
Yeah.
A lot Sergey.
But he didn't have to make that move, right?
No.
He chose to make that move.
Yeah.
So Joey, how is the vibe on the team coming into your game today?
It's good, man. I mean, we had, having that buy round, it's awesome because you don't have to kill the guys, but it sucks because these guys are playing a tournament. They're playing for their lives. Every single point is the most important point.
Yeah.
Right? For us, we could have literally slacked off, gone 0-3, and still made Sunday, right? Obviously, we're not that guys, and we want to win those, and we're learning still. We're still adjusting. I'm out here first game to last game scouting every single match, same as I normally would. So it's good and bad, right? I think the vibe is good, right? We had a hard match. We made a lot of mistakes against the Tauntauns.
Yep.
I know you guys said we look good. I personally think we looked awful.
I was
right?
just trying to be nice.
Like it was,
Well, you won your games.
yeah, which is good, right?
As
the
a
Heat
coach,
game was
though,
good.
all you see is the mistakes you make, right? You don't see all the good things.
We played.
I know that's
they
my
win
filter.
3 points and we give up 2 minors. Like, I mean, come on, like seriously, like what are we doing here? Like, and I know Brian Smith he never gets penalties. He got one of them, right?
Yeah.
So. And the other one was on Markey. I spin him out there one point. He gets one. He comes off. He's like, I'm sorry.
I will never do that again. You're like, oh, you're
Yeah.
right. Go sit on the bench.
So I mean, it is what it is. Like it's not the end of the world, and we fought, right? So it was good to have that fight, like to have to come back and win that. Like it shows that the guys really, really want this, and we're doing it right.
Well, to me, look, mentally, you've said this many times, but it's just so true. It's like Damage, Dynasty, even Heat, even though I won a tournament this year, the edge is sharp.
Yeah.
you have to keep that edge sharp without taking too much material off, because you got some guys that are one bad dive away from not being able to play for 3 or 4 months.
Yeah.
You know, so but you also want to stay, like you said, focused, hungry, competitive, and because you, like you had started out with, you're about to play some Lions, because whoever comes out of this, you know, you got 20 teams, the top 2 move on from each division, 5 teams in each division, then they're going to have to play each other in the Ochos. And so, yeah, whoever you guys get, man, talk about warmed up and dialed.
We were there last year. So I was that team last year.
True,
Last year
yeah.
we came through that, and then we ran into Impact to start with, and it was their first game, and they were 1-2 going into us, and they weren't ready for it.
Yeah.
Like, they didn't get the challenges that we had. They didn't have to experience what we
You
experienced.
didn't have to make all the adjustments that you
Now,
had to
the
make.
downside to that is when we got to Dynasty in the finals, the gas tank was empty.
You've given everything you had. Yeah.
Yeah, because you have to win 4 games
Right,
in the Florida
right.
humidity and heat
Right, which is
in a row.
the Heat's not so much. It's just a lot of paint, right? You got to do the 4 matches instead of the 3 matches in the prelims. Then we had to do the Ocho. Then we had to do the semi, same as them in the semi or quarters and semis and finals. But that extra 2 matches that we had to play, it's a lot. It's a lot. So, you know, it's part of the reason why we went out and got Rainey to get a little bit deeper on the roster, so we have more bodies, so we can rotate more guys through. You know, I mean,
Seems like he's been a really good fit with you guys too.
yeah, we had him way back in the day too. So and he's a good teammate, and that's honestly like being a great paintball player is super important. But being a good teammate and a great paintball player, that's elite status.
Yeah, that's that magic ticket.
And that's what you're looking for as a coach, right? A guy that can come in and fit in, but not stand out, right?
Right.
Fit in and be part of your program, not like, hey, I'm bringing the heat. You guys support me.
Yep.
Like, no, I'm just one of the guys. I'm going to go out and do my job. And if I'm not doing my job, I'm going to help you do your job.
Yeah, I want you to be part of the actual wave, not the wave.
Yeah.
You know, like that's because that's all teams are, right? All the teams are giant waves moving. Now, are you going to come in and create your own wave behind it, or are you just going to fit right in?
Yeah. Do you add to the
Build,
power
yeah.
of that wave, or do you create some sort of disturbance
Yeah,
which
you-
takes away from the amplitude
I don't need
of
any
that wave?
undertows.
Yeah. Do
Yeah.
you help
Huh?
build the,
We're going deep
help
on the
support-
analogies now, boys.
Yeah,
going deep
well,
on them.
We've got a little technical time out here, so
Joy's going down.
got to
the
pull out
bridge, but-
the thesaurus.
Yeah, this is going to be really rough for Joy now. 22 seconds with 3 guys, and they're down by a point. Yikes.
Well, they had to do a review, so Jason on majors goes and looks to make sure the penalty was legit. Does look like we're going to be having 3 bodies out there for Joy, and yeah, it's again just a frustrating turn of events as far as their record is concerned. But man, Joy left it out there. They had a bunch of scrappy points, and
Looks like sounds
They were
like
very
Doyle
fun to
will be
watch.
playing with 4 players, so it'll be a 5-on-4 advantage on the break for NRG.
I'm curious how that happened.
wait a second. Now they're sending. Okay, wait. It looked like all 5 were going to go out for Joy, and then they had to yell
I
at
like
one of
their
them.
gumption. I like their gumption, Maddie.
YOLO.
Sorry, we don't speak English.
Oh, the Scandinavians all speak English. If they're
course.
saying they don't, they're lying to you.
They're smart.
Yes, we do not speak English. Sorry, I speak no English.
Honestly, dude, I would just hit up NRG and be like, no IKEA for you.
No meatballs.
Since this is Joy's last game, I would like someone in America, if I don't know if it's could work into Fabian's life and his schedule, but I would like to see him play in the NXL, like in the States. I think he could be pretty good.
Fabian, like I said.
going.
Oh, he finally got shot on the move.
Oh, they broke his
Got
force
Doritos,
field.
I didn't.
Yeah. Muffin got shot at the back center.
Another major.
Another major. So now you can't streak down the field hits on you. Great.
You know, what kind
Just take all the fun out of the game.
of game are we playing?
Some kind of soft ass.
So that's going to stop. So if you have a major under 60 seconds, it stocks the time. So with 12 seconds left, going to be a 2 or 3 point spread here. We're in the pits with a pretty happy Energy Elite.
To be honest with you, like if I'm the Versa Russian match, when that happens, I'm like, are you kidding me? Like, because that time in between the points,
Yeah.
it goes from being like, all right, let's do this and this and this to, oh shit, we're
Oh,
up.
Hey, we're up.
Get
We're
up now.
No
Go.
game planning. No game
Go.
planning.
Do what you've been doing, but better.
More better, guys. Just like that, plus 30.
So Energy Elite, this is going to send them to 2-1, I believe. I think they got 1 more to go. So still in this one here.
Yeah, that bracket is, it's a crazy bracket for them too, isn't it?
Yeah, it's ML Kings. Impact first, ML Kings, Energy Elite, Ironman, and Joy Division. Joy 0-4. And yeah, I just actually got a text from Rainey. Said, imagine Fabian on the Russians. That would be sweet. Fabian and Malloy? Woo.
Gary.
That would be pretty
But
good.
then what happens to Tiger King and Darby?
I mean, Tiger King's been pretty good this year, but I think Fabian's better than
Listen, that paint's not
Guzman.
going to get those pods by itself.
That's brutal, Rich.
So, you know,
Jesus, wow, you're already pulling out the brutality, verbal brutality already.
Sorry. Is it too early?
So ruthless.
Coach mentality. Coach mentality.
Your guys aren't playing yet, Rich.
Shut up.
Jesus.
Shut up or get up.
Help me, help you.
All right.
Yeah, so just still got another point to play here, as they will play a 12-second point. Oh, no, finally got Legion and Verse coming out here. Yeah, I mean, they'll probably play that 12-second point for the Joy Energy Elite game. But Legion versus Factory, down by 2. Legion try to hold on, stay in this tournament, get a win.
This is still doable for Verse.
Yeah.
Yeah, they've got the time.
Minute and 20 left.
They got to win this breakout.
Just can't go
They,
completely crazy.
they need a couple kills off the break here to speed it up. Legion goes aggressive.
Yeah,
but-
they go D2 and center brick on the break, only giving them one strong shooter out of back center on the break.
Well,
there.
Verse loses arguably their best player, Magic, as he comes off the snake,
They
off
bounce
the
another
break.
player too. 4-on-5 advantage here for Red Legion.
That clock is like a tick down timer to the percentage chances of Verse winning.
Yes.
Yeah.
Legion not looking to go anywhere. Everyone's locked in their spots. Malloy taking the walk though. 3-on-3 now for Verse. Verse has an opportunity here to go through this middle.
Yeah, 3 bodies alive only for Verst. Looking at a 4-on-3 situation in favor of Legion.
40 seconds left.
Sergey at that Landry bunker sitting over here like this. There's no way 13's getting up on this side.
Yeah,
I
I
don't
was
know
just
about
going to say, I'd
doubling
like to
that.
see him try to get outside and see if Sergey can finally get that containment.
Doubling that's a little weird.
So Krill's going to filter up the middle. He's feeling no pressure at the wedge. Dead center of your screen. Thinking he wants to move up to that 50. But going to chill at the wedge for a bit. Ooh, they lose Sergey.
Sergey's been struggling.
It's a wrap though, even at this
Yeah.
point. Even if they lose this point, it's not going to affect the outcome.
Yeah, they've already burned off enough time. They're going to get this win. Just can Verst pull off a miracle here and actually get a point on the board? Not
2-1-2.
in the 4 seconds. Probably not. Take some random majors. So that's going to do it here. Legion going to be putting another win up on the board to stay in this tournament.
What is Verse for the event? Are they 2-1 or 1-2 now?
They are 1-2.
Gotcha.
Yeah, because they beat Notorious with a +4. But
Joy Division
they
coming
got
back out
beat
4.
up. They got beat up by Infamous. I think that was a mercy rule loss. So sitting at a -2. Yeah, this is gonna.
And Russians beat Infamous, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
by
So
one.
on that bracket, if Russians win through, they're going to be the higher seed from that bracket moving through, and whoever the other team is will be based off the rest.
Yeah. Yeah. Hurricanes, Infamous, Legion, Notorious, and Verst. Hurricanes playing Infamous coming up next.
And they're 2-2, right? Or 1-2 and 1-2.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Hurricanes.
That's a crazy
Hurricanes
bracket,
dropped to
dude.
Verst yesterday.
Crazy bracket.
And then Hurricanes beat Legion. That was when the first set of the tournament, when Verse beat Notorious by a lot, I was like, okay, that may be the bracket of death if Verse is looking that good.
Yeah.
So this one, we're just playing this one for pride here because no one's going to score a point. And that is going to do it. So Energy Elite staying in this tournament as well. Joy Division, again, unfortunately. They had some decent looks out there, but that will be their last game here at the World Cup. So do not go anywhere. Coming up next, the Hurricanes and Infamous playing for their lives here at the World Cup, and Edmonton Impact taking the field to play the ML Kings here. 2023 NXL World Cup. I'm Matty Marshall. Joey Blute, best of luck this afternoon. When is your game coming up?
2 o'clock.
2 o'clock. And we'll also see New York Extreme playing as well later. So best of luck, Rich, with those boys as
Thank you
well.
so
So
much.
we'll be right back. Stick with us.
Good job, Bobby. How far did you get, Bobby? Bobby shot that all the way to there, bingo pass. Bobby, hey, hey, stone high. Just looking to see who. Yeah.